Hello and welcome to Business Today, a business-oriented program about corporate strategic management where we invite a guest analyst on the program to help us examine a company. Wayne, this is weird. Why are we filming the broadcast here and not in the CNBC studio? Please, relax, Steve. We have a small problem with the studio. It might be infected with Ebola. Not a big deal really, but to be safe, we are filming by the water cooler today. Anyways, continuing on. Today's business spotlight, we will review the Best Buy Corporation. They are currently the largest electronics big box retailer in the world. Alongside me is Steve Irons, a senior business analyst at Cleveland State University. Hello Steve and welcome to the program.
Okay. Thanks, it's a pleasure to be here. I think.
Steve, it's a pleasure to review Best Buy with you. But, I got to tell ya, this corporation has really suffered some significant hardships over the past few years. It's gonna be interesting to hear what you have to say.
Well, to be fair, it seems the whole brick-and-mortar business model appears to be in severe trouble.
So let's start off by discussing key issues this company faces. What is your internal and external assessment of Best Buy?
The internal and external assessment involves examining Best Buy's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. There are 5 key factors in each. We will start with the key strengths, which are the company's size, reconstructing costs, and store conversions. Last year, Best Buy spent $450 million in reconstructing charges. This includes converting stores to online pickup and return centers, a strategy Best Buy hopes to lure shoppers back into stores. Next are the internal weaknesses. These weaknesses are lack of leadership. Merchandise inventories that are up 2%, and finally net income is at a loss. Wayne, did you know Best Buy is currently operating at a loss?
No sir, I did not. That has to put some constraints on Best Buy both physically and financially. Wouldn't you agree?
It certainly does.
So tell us then about your external assessment for Best Buy.
The external factor assessment examines the company's opportunities and threats. Some opportunities for Best Buy are emerging global markets and frequent upgrades and repurchases for customers. Most consumers feel they need to upgrade or repurchase their latest technology as soon as new technology becomes available. Anyways, some external threats are annual sale declines on personal computers and peripheral equipment, increased online shopping preferences, and finally suppliers and wholesalers becoming competitors, such as Apple. Apple happens to be one of Best Buy's top suppliers, and now is also one of their top competitors.
That leads into my next question. What would you consider the 2 major challenges this organization faces? Would you consider online competition and customers preferring to shop online one of the major challenges for Best Buy?
I do indeed. That is the major contributor to their other challenge, which has been a constant decline in sales.
Steve, which major challenge do you feel is the most important and why?
I would have to say online competition. Last year alone e-commerce grew 15%. Wayne, do you realize that is 7 times the growth rate of total U.S. retail spending?
Wow, I had no idea that number was so big, Steve. So, tell me then, for the next 3 years, what are your 2 alternative strategies for Best Buy?
My first alternative strategy for Best Buy is to utilize its economies of scale. In this strategy, Best Buy's size can prohibit smaller firms from entering the industry. They will serve as a barrier of entry and perhaps protect them from smaller online competition. However, this could end up being a double-edged sword for Best Buy. Because Amazon currently has competitive advantage and might be able to undercut Best Buy's pricing no matter which move they make, my second alternative strategy is a retrenchment strategy. There are no doubts that customers nowadays prefer online shopping. The first half of 2014 reported that overall, in-store media spending fell 26%, and also TV spending plummeted 69%. Also, there are no doubts that customers nowadays prefer online shopping.
Steve, what is your final strategic recommendation for this organization? And how can you justify this suggestion?
Sales this year fell short of analysts' estimates by 4%. This is the 10th straight quarter that Best Buy has operated in the red. Best Buy reported a shocking 45% decrease in sales this past second quarter. Still, low sales drops are not just indigenous to Best Buy, but an industry-wide problem. Therefore, my final recommendation for Best Buy is to implement a retrenchment strategy over the next several years. They should continue to reduce their overall size of operations by either closing big box stores or reducing their inventory diversity. Mainly because the continuing decline in sales, high company expenses, and market trends no longer favoring brick-and-mortar style shopping.
I especially want to thank you, Steve Irons, for being our guest analyst on today's program.
Thank you. This was really awkward filming this at the water cooler.
Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed our program today about Best Buy. I am your host, Wayne Barros. Till next time, goodbye.